Good day everybody. Welcome to another session with me doing my resin pouring. I do apologize about the mess around me, and that's because I had a class in here earlier, so I thought, oh, it's already messy, I might as well do one. So what I will be working today is my pigments. Here they are. And just seeing how different things work. So I've got 4 colors here. So I've got the cinnamon spice, and they're all kind of pearly. This one is like a metal luster, and always be careful when you are adding pigments to your cup out of your jar. So I just put the lid back on. And I do recommend that before you open your jar, when you first get it, give it a tap like so. It'll just allow that pigment to kind of fall down, because you know, during shipping and that, they tumble around everywhere, so you don't want to get them flying everywhere when you open it. So I'm going to have another cup ready. This one is the Gold Digger, a really cool catchy name that my friend Laura kind of picked for this pigment. Once again, keep your face away from it. There will be little particles flying around, and you don't want to breathe that in. Or wear a mask or respirator would be preferable. If I wear a respirator while doing this, I can't see what I'm doing, and you definitely won't hear me or understand what I'm saying. So this one is a Cambridge Blue. I do like this one. It's really hard to determine the ratio with pigments, with the powders, and like, how do you determine what's 5% unless you really measure it and then convert it? And I kind of go by eye, and I find that with these powders you can add more or less depending on the transparency that you're interested in. If you want a more transparent, then you add more. Less. If you want it to be more opaque, you add more pigment to it. And if it looks like it's too opaque, you can always add some more resin to it. And I've also got this shimmery white. Look how beautiful. I don't know if you can see the shimmer in there. I'm testing this one. This is going to be another product that I'm going to add, but for now I'm just testing this one. Okay, so I'm just going to go, the way to do this is you add a little bit to your resin, just to kind of, to your powder, just to cover it. That's all you want, because that also helps to kind of stop it from flying around. So just like that. So it's covered now, and now I'm just going to slowly start to mix. And you do keep away from it. Please be safe. You have to be safe when working with these things, even when painting with oils. You know, they are toxic, so you've got to be careful and have your place well ventilated. So once I have mixed that thoroughly from the bottom and the sides and everything, I can then add more. So to me, I can even use that and have it really, really thick like that, because resin loves powders. They just go together very, very well. So you can add quite a lot of powder in there and still have it quite pliable and workable. I'm just mixing this. These pearls are absolutely gorgeous. I'm just going to bring it up to you while I'm stirring, and hopefully won't spill it. Just so that you can see. So that's quite transparent now. If I added more, I would have had it more deeper, kind of more opaque color. but I'm happy with that at the moment. And I'm going to do the same with this. You can pour in a little bit, or you can just use your stick just to cover the top of it, and then kind of swirl it around a little bit, and then start to slowly mix and get that all mixed in into a paste, like so. Scrape the side. These cups really don't help because they've got some little bumps inside. 1, 2, 3 bumpy bits, and I keep catching with my stick. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm having a look. I'm happy now. Now I can kind of have a look in there because there's no more particles flying out, because it's turned it into a paste now. And then I'm just going to add some more of this resin, and then give it a swirl and bring that paste from down there up the top. You can do it in smaller increments if you want. I'm too impatient, so I just go ahead and do the whole thing. And I actually don't mind having a bit of a swirly effect with these if it's not mixed in properly, as long as we don't get those little grainy things. We don't want that. So there you have it. That's that one. This was the cinnamon spice, and I've got the gold digger now. Do the same thing, cover it. Obviously pastes are easier to work with because you don't have to worry about any of this, but the thing is, some of these have really awesome effects, and I just love working with pearls. And also powders just last forever, you know, on your shelf, as opposed to your paints or your pastes, which have a shelf life of about 1 to 2 years, depending on the one that you're using. So adding some more. This is going to be quite transparent. I didn't put a lot in there, but that's okay because I'm going to be layering the more opaque against the transparent ones and just see what happens. Giving that a really good whirl now. I am creating bubbles because I'm stirring quite vigorously here, and see, that's quite transparent. You can add more, but I wouldn't add any more now. And like, if you wanted to add more and you're thinking, oh, this is just too transparent, I want more, what you do is don't put the powder directly in there. I would not recommend that. Get another cup and just mix in a little paste in there, and then pour this into that paste to get a thicker, brighter kind of gold. In fact, I might actually do that just to show you. Let's grab another cup and get some more of this pigment. Clean stick, because that one's already contaminated. Keep your face away and pop a little bit in there and a bit more. So there we have it. This is the paste that we've just mixed, and now I can add some or all of this. It's the same pigment, and just stir that, and you can see that difference. Just give it a good stir so you can pick up all that paste from the bottom and bring it up, and you can even see the difference in color there, you see. So I might just keep that one just to see what it does when it's transparent. And I'm going to be working on a dark surface, so just to see the difference between the white and the black. I actually like working on a darker surface because I think that colors really pop, especially pearls. And most of my pigments are mica pearl pigments, and they've been mixed with the different minerals that attract as well as reflect the light. So when you kind of shine a light at different angles, you get a different kind of look and a different color. It's quite interesting and lovely. Bit of kind of show for the visual, kind of in a visual sense. Okay, so I've got my white. I've got it kind of semi-opaque, so it's in the middle. I could go more and have it more. I might actually go a little bit more and have it a little bit more transparent. See what happens. But it's still more opaque than any of these. Give it a good stir. What's the time? It's been 11 minutes already. So I better get crack-a-lackin'. Okay, so we got that. Ooh, and I haven't done my... This is a very super fine iridescent kind of a rather pearlescent powder. So I have to be very careful with this one. But I believe, oh my gosh, that is so gorgeous. So gorgeous. Right, let me just show you in a second. I just want to mix it in. And you can see all the particles on the walls of this cup. Have a look at that. I don't know if you can see the shimmer. Can you see that? Oh, I don't even think you can see that. Oh yes, a little bit. See that? That is super cool. So I don't know what I'm going to add that one to. Let's get some more. Might add it to another color and just see. Okay. For now, I'm just going to kind of keep it aside just to, wowza, this is so awesome. Let me see if I can do it now. Oh, bugger it. I can't get it right. Never mind, you're going to see it on the close-up. Okay, so here we go. We've got that. What I was going to do is just going to go like, let me just clean this a little bit. I've got a few drops. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do some puddle pouring. Yeah, right in the middle. Table has been leveled, but I don't want it to be a perfect kind of a circle. In fact, I think I want to bring you down closer. Okay, so now you can kind of see what's going on there. Righto, so I've got that one. Next, I might do this lighter gold right inside. It just pushes that one out a little bit. Then I'm going to do the white right in. Doesn't have a lot of movement now because I don't have any clear or anything to help it move. Let's go with this beautiful shimmery one. Let's see what happens now. Just a little bit. Oh wow, okay. Go in with the blue, Cambridge blue. So it's pushing that one out. In with this gold. In with this cinnamon. Some more white. And I'm going to give it a little bit of this clear. I don't want to mess with it too much. I want to have these, wow, look at that. And no matter how well I level my table, it always seems to be pulling a little bit. And I think it might be the cups that I've got underneath it. It's a bit of a pain, really. Let's do a little swirl, just a little one. See what I can get here. Just pulling down a little bit. Just stretching that. And I already had a little drop there. That's from earlier. But that's okay, I'm just working with what I've got actually. Interesting. I'm going to add all of this around and just kind of smooth it out with my hand. And then leave a couple of drops there. I always do, because you never know if you're going to need some more. So I'm just going to kind of push it to the edge there. It's creating a bit of a slippery platform for my pigments to slide over. And I've got a little tile right here, you can't see it now, which is my backup. I always have something around that I can pour over, so I don't waste a lot of resin. Nothing worse. Right, so I've got that done now. I've taped the bottom just to save myself from, you know, having to clean up too much. Just want to see what this is going to look like. Actually, I won't. Torch. Pop in the bubbles, that's all I'm doing at this stage. Okay, and I'm going to go with some more. I'm just going to keep going. Some more of this gold, and I want to push all that out of the way. And more of this white actually. I'll leave a little bit of white in here. All of my Cambridge blue right out. I'm sitting on a squeaky chair, that's what you can hear. More gold. Oh my gosh, it's so annoying, that chair. Now that I can actually hear it. Before I was concentrating, I couldn't hear anything. Okay, I'm just going to grab the other chair. Now I have to go and get another chair. Ah dear, this is pulling to one side and I need to save it. And, oh no. Okay, so it is kind of like pulling to this side here, and I need to stretch it over there now. Like so. Easy peasy. Right, so what have I got left? I've got this gorgeous, gorgeous cinnamon, which is a metal luster. Just going to go right in the middle and then dump the whole thing in there. And I might just go like this and go around. Like so. So pretty much I've got all of them. Oh, I've still got some of the white. See how that's stretched nicely? And I'm going to see how this pearlescent shimmer works with the white. Oh, quite pretty. How's it going to work with the black? Oh my goodness, that is something else. Look at that. It's actually not a black. This is just, obviously you've seen it's a black background and clear. So this is just that beautiful shimmer going over your clear. And you can use a syringe. They're really, really handy. Grab a syringe. If you can buy them cheap online somewhere, get them. They are awesome, easy to use. I use pipettes as well. I find them even easier. So let's see if I can do this without making a mess of myself and this painting. So I'm just pulling it kind of, I want to go all the way around. And I want it to be on this black. Oh, am I going to make it? Oh, there's a lot of bubbles coming out. So that's pulling that one now. Get rid of this one. How interesting. Get some more of that. So, you know, you can always like twist it around. So I'll go this way now. Get a bit of pull this way. Gonna add some more of this gorgeous shimmer. So, wow. Look at that. You guys, can you see that? Can you see that? I do not know what's happening there, but I'm really, really intrigued. Really intrigued. Check it out. Let's see what happens when I give it a bit of a torch. Wow. Pop in the bubbles. Always have a little instrument to pull out any fluff things. Get rid of them straight away, hopefully. And wow. See what happens when I pour this up over here, let's say. Oh, where's my, here it is. So I've got my syringe. Oh. Oh. Getting a lot of air in there. Okay, never mind. Let's go. Wow. Lordy, lordy. There's a lot of separation going on there. Don't know why. See what happens. Oh. I just got a lot of air, so yeah, wow, it's doing the same thing. Sorry guys, I'm just getting excited because this is something new. This is a new product. And it's oh god. Come a little closer so you can see. Have a look at that. That is, oh, well, have a look at this. That is something else, I'm telling you. I'm going to try and zoom that in when I'm editing this video. This I'm not happy with because you kind of like split a little bit, but lucky I have some more of the pigment. But this, it wasn't meant to look like that, what I had in mind. Wow, it's just gone everywhere. Why it's doing this, I have no idea. None whatsoever. Let's put some here too. And that's all just by that tiny little bit of that. Interesting. Too interesting. Let's put a drop here. There's no oil. People always ask me, do you put any oil, silicone or anything in with resin? I don't, guys. I don't use silicone even with my acrylic pouring, which I rarely do anyways. But I don't use it. I don't really like it, and so yeah, I don't use it at all. Okay, so now I've got to scrape up whatever I've got out of here to fix up this here. Just going around, just drag it, kind of give it something. Wow, that's pretty awesome and very, very interesting. I can tell you that. Just pretty much going around and fixing things now. I'm pretty sure I've got a tiny little bit of this clear left, which I'm going to kind of pour over there. I hope I don't have these cradles left in there. I would not like that, but we'll see. This is a thing, it's quite exciting when you're working with new pigments, new paints, you know, especially if no one else has kind of tested them and you're the only one who's doing it, and then you're very, very surprised at some of the things that it does, and you're like, wow, this is amazing. And sometimes it's terrible, but this is quite interesting. Don't know about the design. Might have to bring it up again so you can see the whole thing now. Sorry. Go back there a little bit. Okay. Might go a bit more with this gold. Now I will use the good old trusty heat gun. Definitely, always use it. So wow, this is really different for me, isn't it? For those of you who follow me, you will see that this is quite different for me. Okay, that is that. Oh, I still got a lot of white left. Let's see, just going to look kind of sideways. Let me grab my heat gun. Okay, let's go. Okay, that's super, super shimmery just there. Really like that. I'm going to be adding some more, I think. If you like shimmer, you will love this one. I have to stand up now so that I can see what I am doing. And to me that looks a bit too pale, and I think I want to add a little bit more white to it. Bite the bullet and do it. Let me add a little bit of alcohol to this white because of oh, here we go. Let's see if it's going to react. This is a warm white by Resin. Give it a good mix. When you open it, it looks like it's clumpy, but it mixes in really, really well. Just mix it really, really good. It's because it's so dense, you know. That's why the jar is not fully full. It's quite a heavy pigment. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's go with this white and see what I can do. Because it's so heavy, it kind of falls straight through a little bit. Just creating something there now, just to break that. I'm just dragging the cup, guys, like that. Okay, let's go with the heat gun. Might do my lines actually, that always helps, doesn't it? Oops, there was a little drip, that's okay, quite okay. Doing some of my lines. Maybe have this one going across here, like so. got some of this white. I'm just going to add a little bit more white here. It does fall through because it's so dense, you know, it's so heavy. But I think it's going to work. Just it needs something, you know. A bit more of that gold. So it doesn't matter if your part of your picture is pale, but you kind of want to have something to help that pop a little bit. Okay. Right, yeah, I don't know what happened with that silver. It's set that beautiful pearlescent powder. I'm going to put a little bit more in here. Open that one up a bit. That just went crazy, didn't it? Little dot there. Well, quite interesting, I tell you. And yeah, I think I will be doing another coat of this. There are some really cool parts that I love, and I just don't really like the colors together, to be honest. So that's why I'm just, whoops, go back that way. Not to say that it's not good or anything, but it's just not my taste. There's like you see some paintings and you're thinking, oh, that's really awesome, and then somebody will say, oh, that's terrible, I hate it. So, okay, I'm going to leave it at this. Love the shimmer, even love that little speck up there. But it definitely looks much better mixed in with the resin and then poured on, then sprinkled on. But I had to try it, you know me. Gotta try everything once. I'm gonna try and stretch that over that way, and I'm gonna pour on here. I'm probably gonna waste a lot, but I'll pick it up. Might heat it up first a little bit. Okay, here we go. Just stretching that. I just wasn't happy. And when you're not happy, you got to do something else. Okay. So now I think I've made it even worse. Ooh, got things happening here. A little dot in there. It's kind of like a brown grey colour with a lot of bubbles. Just picking up this some of this pigment down there. I just want to go. Oh, it sounds terrible. Oh no. Not me, honest. Put a little gold in there. That's why these little bits that you've got left over, they're great, because you can always camouflage things. Oh boy. Nope, I'm still not happy. I think I totally like mucked it up. Totally. There's nothing in there that's good. Why? Okay, I'm going to pour this back on there. Might as well. It's already a mess, and this is starting to go thick. So I might as well. Somebody may like these colours, but I don't. Get one of the old ones. Pop it on there. Hooly doolies. But it's going to make a nice background for another painting. Oh dear me. There's nothing I can do now to rescue it. That's it. The shimmer is amazing. That's one thing I can tell you. That's good. Absolutely amazing. Oh, what's going on here? Something's happening. Okay, that's not bad now. Wow. You never know what's gonna happen. And this is kind of cool. And wow. Right, okay, this is cool now. Still not really cool. Oh, I only just realized that my light's kind of... Whatever's in that pearlescent powder is just creating something, but I'm not happy with that cradle that it's kind of creating there. But it reacts with the heat and the other pigments. I'm going to try and flatten it a little bit. If I may. But I think I've got that. So I'm not sure what that is. Why that's doing that. I might try and pull it again. It looks cool, but it's, yeah,